Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 240 of Ask Vidas and Ausra podcast. This question was sent by Mark, and he writes, Unfortunately, I am not playing the organ at present due to a hand injury. I should be most grateful if you would cancel my subscription to Total Organist at present and not automatically renew my subscription when it becomes due. All being well, I will rejoin your site once I'm back playing in the future. I wanted Ausra to include this question about what to do if you have hand injury. Should you postpone your playing, delay your playing, or is there anything you could do besides your hands?
Well, if you have injured only one hand, you could, still practice with your another hand and of course your feet.
Mm-hmm. I remember reading about Marcel Dupré when he was in his youth. During one summer he injured his wrist, and it was quite dangerous. A few centimeters off he would have cut himself to death, but luckily it wasn't very serious. But still he couldn't use his hand, so what he did, he practiced pedal playing all entire summer until his wrist healed. And in his memoir he wrote that he played pedals with vengeance. Basically pedal scales and arpeggios, and that's where he developed unbeatable pedal technique.
Yes, this accident, this injury could be thought as a new possibility to improve your pedal playing.
Yes, because it's a good dream for many people to perfect their pedal playing, but a lot of people don't even get around to this, right? Because they have so many things to do, so many things to play, and they simply don't have time for playing pedal exercises, right? But if you are in a position when you can't play with your hands for a period of time, let's say a few weeks or a few months even, right? You don't know how long, then that might be the ideal time to perfect your pedal playing.
True, and since you still have another hand that you can use, you could work in preparations, combinations too.
Mark doesn't write which hand he injured.
It doesn't matter because he can be both right-handed and left-handed, so it doesn't matter so much. But I think if you stop practicing at all for that time of healing, it will be very hard for you to return back to the playing.
Yes, it's not like not only like not practicing for a few months and your hands will become weaker, right? Or feet too. It's not only that, it's your will, right? You have to persevere, and it's difficult to even sit down on the organ bench in general, right? And if you leave that for several months and try to come back, it will be even worse, I think.
Yes, but also you could draw a useful lesson from situation like this, because this situation shows how fragile the organist or any musician's life is. For example, you could injure your one finger, or to lose your one finger and won't be able to play again as you did before. So what I mean, that you need to have a backup
Plan?
Yes. For example, like I teach music theory, and I can also play the organ. So in a case if I couldn't be playing the organ, I could still teach.
That's right. In general, I think organists are in a position to do at least three things: to teach, to perform, and to play in church services.
Sure, and I would say also to conduct a choir, church choir. I think it's also part of organist.
Yes, conducting would include that too. But there are, several other options, and it depends on your own interests, of course, on your skill set and your talents, and even on your hobbies too. Right, Osha?
True.
What is important that you don't stay for extended period of time without creating anything, right? Because you will actually weaken your creativity muscle, so to say. So maybe change a medium. Maybe it doesn't have to be music for that time. Maybe see if you like other artistic ways to express yourself. It's only you can know that. But it's important to immerse yourself in creativity every day, at least for 15 minutes a day. Right, Osha?
Yes, it helps to be in good shape, mentally and physically both.
Excellent. So I hope Mark and other people who are struggling with hand injuries can still practice. The least they could do is to practice pedals. And in our courses we have pedal virtuoso master course, which has a complete set of pedal scales and arpeggios over 1 and 2 octaves, and this will help you to perfect your pedal playing technique in 12 or 13 weeks. So check it out if you haven't seen this. Thank you guys. It's really wonderful to receive all kinds of questions. It doesn't have to be direct questions like in general we receive, but it could be like a practice experience. It could be your feedback. It could be anything that you struggle with. We try to find ways to improve, right, Osha?
Yes. And by helping you to improve, we actually improving ourselves too.
Yeah, it's very selfish. We're very selfish. We always helping ourselves because when we teach, we think deeper about these questions, right? And how we practice, how we did in the past, right? For example, I also had finger injury at one point, but many years ago, and the easiest way out for my teacher would have been to just say, "Oh, we just skip practicing piano for 3 months." But instead, she gave me etudes for left hand because I injured my right hand, and I played a few etudes for left hand alone for that period, and I passed examinations in the school and practiced like everyone else. It wasn't a vacation for me.
True. And I remember reading about Maurice Ravel's friend, I think, who lost his hand, in the war, and he was, quite a good pianist. So Ravel actually composed a concerto only for his friend for one hand. So things happen in life. You just have to adjust, I guess.
I think the pianist name was Paul Wittgenstein, and he was an Austrian concert pianist, of course. And when he performed Maurice Ravel's concerto for the left hand only, when he lost his right arm during the World War I. So there are always options to keep practicing, keeping improving every day, right?
True.
That's what we do. Thank you guys, this was Vidas.
And Ausra.
And remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.